The following presentation may contain too many cat jokes. Viewer discretion is advised. This presentation is rated CJ, Cat Jokes. Parental guidance suggested.
Mein Hut, der hat 3 Ecken. 3 Ecken hat mein Hut. Und hat nicht 3 Ecken, dann ist es nicht mein Hut.
Opa's Corner time, so let's get started. A young Mexican man named Jose was curious about America, so he saved his money and went on a trip. He wanted to go see a baseball game so that when he went home, he could tell his family all about it. When he got there, the game was sold out, so he decided to climb to the top of a flagpole to get a better look. When he returned home, his family was anxious to hear about his experience. "What happened?" asked his family. "Well, America is the nicest place in the world. Before the game started, all the people in the stands and all the players stood up, looked at me and shouted to me, 'Jose, can you see?'" A Texan is in London for business and decides he'd like to see the sights before he leaves. So he jumps into a taxi to show him around. They drive past Big Ben, and the taxi driver notes it took 15 years to build. The Texan scoffs at this. "You Brits are so slow. We'd build something twice the size in half the time." Next, they swing by the Tower Bridge. Again, the driver comments that this impressive landmark was completed in only 8 years. And again, the Texan scoffs. "That bridge is tiny. In Texas, we would have built a much larger bridge in just a year or two." A little further on, they drive past Buckingham Palace. But the taxi driver doesn't comment on it. The Texan is puzzled and asks, "What's that then? I suppose that must have taken you 100 years to build?" The taxi driver just shakes his head. "Sorry, mate. Not sure what that one is. Wasn't here yesterday." A few decades ago, 3 prisoners were sitting in a Soviet gulag. One of them asks the other 2, "So, what did you do to be put in here?" The first one answers, "Well, I arrived late at the factory, and so they accused me of slowing down the revolution and the victory of the proletariat." The second one answers, "Well, I arrived early at the factory, and so they accused me of trying to show up my comrades." And then they turn to the one who asked the question, "How about you then?" "Well, I arrived at the factory right on time, so they accused me of having a watch from the West." A long time ago, a wealthy man was having an affair with an Italian woman. One night, during one of their rendezvous, she confided in him that she was pregnant. Not wanting to ruin his reputation or his marriage, he paid her a large sum of money if she would go to Italy to have the child. If she stayed in Italy, he would also provide child support until the child turned 18. She agreed, though she wondered how he would know when the baby was born. To keep it discreet, he told her to mail him a postcard and write "spaghetti" on the back. He would then arrange for the child support. About 9 months later, he came home to his confused wife. "Honey, you received a strange postcard today." "Oh, just give it to me, and I'll explain it later." The wife handed the card over and watched as her husband read the card, then promptly turned white and fainted. Alarmed, she picked up the card on the floor and read it aloud. "Spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. 2 with meatballs, 1 without." Two Jewish men knocked on Rabbi Levi's door. "What can I do for you, gentlemen?" They explained to him that they have an argument and cannot resolve it. The rabbi agrees to help them. "What's this argument about?" "Black is a color." "No, it is not." "Is it a color?" "Rabbi, is black a color?" "Well, sure." "See, I told you. And so is white. White is not a color." "Rabbi." "Well, yes, white is a color." "See, I told you. I sold you a color TV." Our teacher asked what my favorite animal was, and I said, "Fried chicken." She said it wasn't funny, but she couldn't have been right because everyone else laughed. My parents told me to always tell the truth. I did. Fried chicken is my favorite animal. I told my dad what happened, and he said that the teacher was probably a member of PETA. He said they love animals very much. I do too, especially chicken, pork, and beef. Anyway, my teacher sent me to the principal's office. I told him what had happened, and he laughed too. Then he told me not to do it again. The next day in class, my teacher asked me what my favorite live animal was. I told her it was chicken. She asked me why, so I told her it was because you could make them into fried chicken. She sent me back to the principal's office. He laughed and told me not to do it again. I don't understand. My parents taught me to be honest, but my teacher doesn't like it when I am. Today, my teacher asked me to tell her what famous person I admired the most. I told her Colonel Sanders. Guess where I am now? An elderly couple returned to a Mercedes dealership to find the salesman had just sold the car they were interested in to a beautiful young blonde. "I thought you said you'd hold that car until we raised $75,000 asking price. Yet I just heard you close the deal for $65,000 to that young lady there. You insisted there could be no discount on this model." Well, what can I tell you? She had ready cash, and just look at her. How could I resist? Just then the young woman approached the old folks and handed them the keys. "There you go. I told you I could get this joker to drop the price. See you later, Grandpa." And now for the funnies. Paper towel. Mediator. I suggest just going with irrevocable differences. I had heard the traps on this course were brutal, but this is ridiculous. Frankie, Frankie, stuck up in a tree. Sitting. Can't get down, nothing sadder. Have to call the humans with a big old ladder. Okay, sir, I'm satisfied. You can get back in your car. Now you can skeletonize an entire cow in not 3, not 2, but in 1 minute. Yes, I said 1 minute with the new Wonder Jaw. It's easy, it's fast, and if you order now, here's what else you'll get. Brrr. Go ahead, please. You're on the air. Click. I get rid of a lot of phone calls that way. Cat beds. Recent consumer research has helped us fine-tune our product offering. What are you looking for, Opal? Hidden cameras and recording devices? What? You think our home is bugged? I know it is. This darn cartoonist has been putting us in his comic strip every day. Yeah, sorry, that one's reserved for the Brits. Hell. Bloody hell. To do. Nap. Find sunbeam. Nap. Eat. Harass dog. Sleep. That seems like a lot. When doctors get shipwrecked. Yeah, I can't read it either. I guess let's keep going. I wonder if he knows he's walking backwards. I wonder if she knows my collar's around my ass. There's something missing, Watson. No sheets, Sherlock. Scene from Fiddle Attraction. As you ordered, sir, we had the prisoner drawn and quartered. Now what? Don't you understand? I was snuggling with the human, and he moved a little bit. Isn't that messed up? Sorry, that is not offensive in my culture. Oreo Speedwagon.
Then I can't fight this feeling anymore.
Old man costume. TV repair. Well, here's your problem, Mr. Schuler. Sleep study. Okay, now just sleep normally. Unbeknownst to most historians, Einstein started down the road of professional basketball before an ankle injury diverted him into science. Hello? Hello? This is God. Who's this? This is Ernie Miller, sir. Ernie who? Is this 555-1728? No, sir. This is 555-1782. Sorry. Click. And for the rest of his life, Ernie told his friends that he had talked with God. Danger! Vegetarian piranha. That Rottweiler is looking at us funny. You got a problem, buddy? Let's destroy his ankles. Hanging out with Jack Russell Terriers was a mistake. Her Dust in the Wind is always off key. And she forgot the words to Carry On Wayward Son. We need a new lead singer. Toto, I've a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore. I knew it. I just knew it. Shaving a haircut was a lousy secret knock. Museum of Odors. Flowers and plants. New tennis ball. All things nasty and disgusting. It's worth the wait. It took Ralph 6 minutes to realize the balloon wasn't going to come back. Why can't cats play poker in the jungle? Too many cheetahs. The Star Trek episode when the Enterprise went back in time and made first contact with the alien species that would rule the Earth. And that's another Opa's Corner.
Mein Hut, der hat 3 Ecken. 3 Ecken hat mein Hut. Und hat nicht 3 Ecken, dann ist es nicht mein Hut.
Opa's Corner is now available on my own YouTube channel. Like, share, and subscribe.